little tutorial of something I created. I didn't actually look up anything to try to figure this out, but in today's tutorial we are going to, for my first ever little tutorial I'm going to make, is a little Minecraft minecart system. Basically, if you're like me and my friends, you will make something similar to this. You have a little setup where you can get in your minecart, you push the button, you take off, and you come back down to the other side, and you're done. But say you're on that side. Well, now all you have to do is push a button, and your minecart comes rolling down here. Besides your minecart coming rolling down here, though, I also made a nice little setup for a light and note block to go off and on as different sides of the minecart. Now obviously your minecart is going to be a longer setup than this, but this is just kind of a small platform to kind of base it off of. So if I go on the other side, comment. I got a comment. Comments. Nice. Okay. Hello, Randy. So, if I go on the other side, unfortunately this side does not work. It only works if you press the button twice. And then it comes back. The light turns on, little note block comes on, saying, hey, your minecart's back. Perfect. So this setup I'm going to be using in the Redstonia. But for right now, let's crack on with how we're going to build this. So to do this, it's two systems in the actual whole entire setup. So if I crack this little bad boy open, you'll see there's just two easy little setups. Your little push button system, followed by your actual... God damn it, Randy. Followed by your actual note block system. What do you want now? No, you're not. No, you're not. Anyways. So, all you have to do, all you'll really need, depending on how long your, God damn it. Okay. Depending on how long your system is, it depends on the redstone. Well, what you want to do is you want to make sure this side is about middle, and the same goes for this little T flip-flop here. Both should be about in the middle of your actual minecart setup. Now, the way we want to set this up is obviously going to need our nice little rails here. And then we're going to need some little building blocks here. So the way you want to set this up is obviously you want to set up your rails. So you want your little power rails, and let's just say it'll work for any amount of length. So let's just say here. So set up your nice little power rails, get them going, and then set down your track. Nice and easy. Alright, but now here comes the fun part. Now here comes the interesting part. Obviously you're going to have your powered rails going down your track so you can go at a faster pace, nice and easy. So about middle of your track, instead of putting your powered rails, you want to clear out 3 spaces, put down 2 detector rails, followed by your powered rail. Now underneath one side, it doesn't matter left side or right side, but underneath one side you want to go ahead and dig out 1 block for your system. This is going to be for the lighting system. Ha! Puns. You and your puns. They're very punny. So, all you will need to do is you need to grab a redstone comparator and place it like such. Now, obviously, the only things you'll need is redstone, a block of redstone, your repeater, your sticky piston, and that's about it for right now. Also go ahead and give yourself a lamp and grab yourself a little note block. Perfect. So From here, all you have to do is, if I can remember what exactly I did. Yep. Okay. So from here, all you have to do is go ahead and place down your redstone, and then you make yourself a nice little T flip-flop. So let's say we have our little T flip-flop going this way. So you want to place a block. You want to place your repeater down, followed by a sticky piston with a block on its face, another sticky piston, or another repeater, sorry, and then your redstone. After that, you stick your sticky piston out with a block of redstone on top of it. And that is your T flip-flop. Now all you have to do is hook it up, and you're good to go. So now if we actually had a minecart, you would see as you go down the rail, once you get on this detector rail, comparator will get the redstone output, goes along, activates your T flip-flop, which goes down into your lighting system. Now if you're like me, you would like at least a block away from your rail so you can get in and out of your cart nice and easy. On the other side though, you don't have to do that. So on the other side, you go ahead and place down something similar to this with your redstone lamp in the middle, a three wide area, three by one area. There we go. And all you have to do is place down your repeater, and then go ahead and break a block and set your tune to whatever you want it to be. And you can even place it on either side. So I want to place it on this side because say I'm going to have a wall here. So go ahead and place your nice little tick to however you want it, then place down your repeater. Hook these two up, you're good to go. That is that whole system. And then all you have to do is place your redstone right here up to there, because once your block, actually right to there, so once your block fires, once the minecart goes across, activates all this, and your block is going to get the redstone block will get pushed out right here and be stuck there when this retracts. So it leaves it nice and easy to power this entire thing, and it'll be easy. Perfect. Now, the only thing next you have to do is place a repeater, and then just kind of wire the whole thing up to your other side. That's why I said about middle is where you want to set this up. And do the same thing. Put your 3 blocks, put your redstone lamp, put your 2 blocks beside it. Go ahead and chuck in a repeater, break the block below it, chuck in a note block, set it to whatever tone you want, place in another repeater, and there we go. Now obviously this is too long, so I'm going to have to throw in a repeater right here. So now if you went along on your nice little minecart, this would light up. So now all you have to do is wall off the rest of this, and that whole system is done. Obviously, if you can compact it even further than what I have done, then I would highly do so. The only real two things I am trying to show you is this system right here, the little light system, and this nice little T flip-flop. Those are the two things you will need for this nice little contraption. Now let's go ahead and power these 2 rails up. Let's grab ourselves a little minecart, which is right here. Place it down. Grab ourselves our nice little stone button. And as you can see, it gives off a tone, and your light turns on. Perfect. So that is that system. Very easy to do. Yeah, your lamp will always be on. For the side that the minecart is on, your lamp will always be on. So, if I push the minecart to this side, tone plays, minecart's there, light's on. The light is there to show you that you have the minecart there. So, like over here with my little mock-up, if you came in and you can't see your minecart, the light's there to show you, hey, I do have my minecart here. And I can travel along my little rail system and be done with it. Now, obviously, the only real bad thing is I set this up on the wrong side. This does actually matter. This is a really easy fix. I can do this relatively simply. I was just trying to show you all how to build this. You do want to put this on the other side of your wall. The side with your button is going to be your whole system to go back and forth without you. Okay, so let's go ahead and break all this and put all this down. Obviously, because I put this all on the wrong side, I am a horrible person. I prepared like this entire thing in my head, and then I messed it up. So this is my little redstone testing world. As you can see, it's a barren wasteland, but as I progress, it'll eventually get more and more redstone contraptions. This was actually something I created to solve the little dilemma that we were having on Redstonia, which we are going to have an episode on today, kind of give a little update. Of how everything in Redstonia is going. So be on the lookout for that. But anyways, this next part is just really simple. I was trying to figure out how you were supposed to get a button to put your minecart back on only one strand. Well, that is this little circuit right here. It's just a little monostable circuit, and you just route the signal around the monostable circuit. No, it does not repeat. That's the issue I was running into when I first started it. But I got it to where your signal doesn't repeat, nothing repeats. It's just a one-time thing. The only problem is on the other side, you're gonna have to double-click twice on the side that actually has your monostable circuit. So what you want to do for this is you want to go about halfway-ish and then go ahead and place in a sticky piston. Put a block on its face and then just go ahead and place down 2 repeaters. That's it. Simple as that. Then all you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't power that piston. Boom. None of your signals should repeat, but just to be sure, go ahead and place 2 more repeaters down and route this entire thing in together, and then route this to your buttons. And so now as you can see, my minecart goes back and forth. But depending how long you have your entire system, depending on how many of these you will need. Because unfortunately, every time you need to put a repeater on this line, so say if this wasn't long enough, you have to put a repeater right here to allow the signal to go forward still. Well, then you have to put another monostable circuit. As long as you put it somewhere to similar of this type of build, then about every 16 blocks you will probably have to build this, depending on how long your little traveling system is. So once again, I will go ahead and rebuild the lighting system just so you guys get a little better of an understanding of how it works. So once again, on my little redstone lamp, my little note block, whatever tone you want, repeater, set those up. That's it. Go ahead and place these 2 blocks down so you can block off the wall. Put that signal going downwards. Repeat the same thing on the other side real quick. Place that down, break that, any tone you want. Repeater, and set this up like so. Place in your blocks, and you're good to go. Now, because I kind of messed up and my model isn't anything like this little actual build, but it's still the same thing. You put a comparator right there next to the detector rail, take your redstone output from that, place in your repeater, your sticky piston, followed by a block on its face, another repeater, and then, a sticky piston, a block of redstone, and that is your entire build right there for your T flip-flop. All you do is wire this in. We're going to need a repeater. Wire this into this side, and then go ahead, put as many repeaters as you need to this T flip-flop, and power that side. And then go ahead and just cover all this back up. As you can see, it's good. Obviously I didn't build it nearly as compact as that side, but as long as you get the idea of how to do this. And now all we have to do is call forth our minecart. Call forth our minecart. Yeah, 2 clicks. Now my minecart is a little bit backwards, so let's go ahead and fix this real quick by going on the right side that is actually lit, placing down our minecart, and then simply just double click. There we go, lights on, we're good to go. Now we can just ride our minecart all the way back across, and the light and the little tone comes on, and perfect. So that is it. That is everything you need for an automatic rail system that also has a little light and a little tone that tells you where the minecart is. Obviously, if you make it a little more compact like this, it's a little better, a little easier. But for now, this is the only thing I have to show you for this little tiny episode. It didn't take me real long. The problem took me forever to figure out, but this actual thing didn't take me that long. Stupid ambient noise. But once I figured out that problem, everything just kind of fell in with ducks in a row. So that's it. That's all you need to do. It's just as long as you put your little system like this, so that way you put yourself a nice little T flip-flop right in the middle. That way that signal carries all the way through. Put your little system right there, wire it up as any way you see fit. But as long as you have the comparator next to the detector rail that goes right into that T flip-flop, it'll be perfect. And just remember, every time you need to do a repeater, a monostable circuit. Something similar to this, little compact, but it just depends on your length. And then on always one side, the side that has the monostable circuit is always going to require 2 clicks. That side requires 1, come back over here, click it once, and click it twice. Done. So that is it for this episode. I will bring you another episode of more little redstone contraptions I'm going to be making and figuring out here and later videos. So until then, you guys stay classy, enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day, and have a good one.